Peace and blessings, family. Once again, I am Nat'l Prayer, the best-selling author of Grief, Decoding Fear-Based Emotions. Very fortunate to have had that book published by Be Inspired Publishing. What I want to bring us up to speed on is that, of course, this is National Prayer Day, and this will be for day number 2. Yesterday we started out with a Heavenly Master vibration of 555. Willingly, you will refer to the video for that to discover the powerful significance of the first day of our National Prayer Day for 3 days. I am going to attempt to do these recordings through the 7th, and willingly they will be of an encouragement and upliftment to those who are going to listen to it. I'm sure that those that listen to it, it will be because you were supposed to, because nothing happens by coincidence, and everything in life is a number. So for tomorrow, which by the time you hear it will be May 6th, 2021, and we're going to look at this from the perspective of as it is above, so it is below. So we will start out with the above vibrations and its energies, and to get the calculations for the above, I use multiplication because we need to amplify it, because we're dealing with the finer substances of a higher nature of things as we progress out on into the universe, as Bud Lightyear would say, to infinity and beyond. So May 6, 2021, the above vibration, we have 5 times 6 times 2. Now, many don't discuss the digit 0. It has a very significant vibration all of its own, especially when it's next to a number. So we have 2021, and that 0 is situated between the vibration of the number 2s. And so it's 5 times 6 times 2, and I raised, if I be lifted up, I raised the digit 0, or the macrocosmic great womb, right above the 2 times 1, and it came to 120. And once again we have another 0, and I'm going to raise that, and it's going to amplify the personalities, the attributes, the energies, the characteristics, and the message and the vibration of the 2. And we're going to root that out, and it equals a 3. So our above vibration that we're dealing with for today, or when you hear it will be today, is a 3. Now, so we have to consider the numbers individually and then collectively, and this is where we get the sum total of some things, and the sum things are the individual vibrations, and together when they are calculated, they bring about the sum total of each one of their attributes, personalities, and characteristics, and their messages. So we have 120. So when you go into prayer and meditation on a higher level, be reminded that whether you're dealing with your angels, guides, ancestors, whomever and whatever that you believe is higher than your higher self or your intuition, be mindful that this is going to be a collaboration. This is going to be a partnership, because the number 2 being amplified by the nature of the 0, it amplifies the partnership. So on a macrocosmic level and on a microcosmic level, we're talking about divine partnerships, divine unions, okay, taking place, whether they just be etherically or physically, manifesting and manifestations. And so when we deal with the vibration of the number 1, we're talking about an energy and a frequency that promotes change, new beginnings and ventures, ambition, tenacity, self-leadership, assertiveness, initiative, instinct, intuition. You know, I'm sure that we all need to bond more with our intuition, because it will never fail us and it will never let us down. That's something that keeps telling us certain things, and when we follow them or we don't, we go, you know, something told me. Well, it's time, family, to pay attention to the something that told you. So we're dealing with an energy of striving forward, pursuing goals, and creating our own realities by our thoughts, beliefs, knowing, and actions. Okay, that's what that energy of the vibration of the 1 on the macrocosmic level. We're dealing with the above vibration. The qualities of the number 2, and remember that is amplified, and we have 1, 2, 3 2s that we are dealing with in that higher vibration. Okay, so when we talk about the numbers 2 and its vibration, we are dealing with duality and balance, adaptability. We definitely need to be able to adapt to everything that is occurring currently in our present society. Diplomacy, cooperation, faith, trust. We're dealing with our life purpose, our soul missions, partnerships, love, and family. This whole pandemic or plandemic that we've been experiencing definitely created an environment where families had to deal with each other, because they were, you know, we spent a lot more time inside together. It definitely did bring about more attention when we deal with those who deal with domestic abuse and domestic violence. That too, the statistics, you know, rose during this pandemic. Yet, we still have to stay focused that we're dealing with partnerships and we're dealing with unions, divine unions. That 0. Now we talked about the 0 a little bit, but so now when we're dealing with the 0, remember, whenever you see a 0, whatever number that it is next to, it amplifies the energy and the message of that particular conumber or number. So it amplifies, it magnifies the energies of the numbers. It appears with making them more powerful. influential, developing one's spiritual aspects, and is considered to represent the beginning of a spiritual journey. This information, I love this particular blog site, and it's called Joanne Angel Scribe. I have been using that particular blog site for more than a decade. I love her interpretations of these heavenly and earthly vibrations and the messages that they bring. So, as I said, we're dealing with developing one's spiritual aspects, and is considered to represent the beginning of a spiritual journey. Woo. We are definitely embarking upon a spiritual journey during this time. It suggests that you listen to your intuition. I keep telling Ashton Boswell, girl, when you talk about our intuition being a superpower, you nailed it. Shout out to you. In conjunction with your intuition, listen to your higher self. I think that they are synonymous. I think that, they're like alter egos. I can't really separate my higher self from my intuition, because I think that they're both one and the same simultaneously, as this is where you will find your answers. Your intuition, your higher self, it knows everything. Everything. And anything that you're wanting to know when you embark upon something, if you trust your intuition, it won't let you down. It really, really won't let you down. And as we continue with the messages of the combined sum total from the sum things, the message of 120, it tells us not to be, remember, as it is above, that's where we're starting. It tells us to not to be hindered by old and outdated habits that need to be changed. Keep this in mind when you're praying and you're meditating on this particular day. Some will pray at 11 o'clock when you add the 5 plus 6. Now that's the below. Anytime you do addition and subtraction, in my opinion, we are dealing with the lesser degrees of supreme mathematics. Okay, anything when we start getting into multiplication and any other calculation that amplifies, then we're getting into the macrocosmic vibrations. So what may seem to be an obstacle or hindrance today may prove to be a blessing in disguise tomorrow. Look for new experiences with optimism, as they will bring about favorable and positive effects and opportunities. Focus on that in your prayers and your meditations. This helps with achieving goals and aspirations, and allows for the old to be replaced with the new. No wonder, out with the old, in with the new. There's a methodology that goes along with all of these sayings or cliches that we need to reintroduce ourselves to when we understand and move into understanding how they play out numerically and carrying these coded messages. The message of 120, as it is above, is to trust that all will work out for the highest good of all. That's why I'm asking that, we not only pray for our individual selves, but collectively We need to pray for our planet and all of its humanities. We need to pray for those who are in power and have some type of control, seemingly control over our day-to-day lives. So there's a lot of things that collectively we need to focus on together when we're praying during these next 3 days. So have faith and trust that outcomes will be favorable and beneficial for all. It ensures that all who put out to the universe is of positive nature. So whatever you're asking for, praying for, it must be positive. Okay? It's no need to remind your ancestors or the angels or whatever you refer to them as of your shortcomings. They're already well aware of that. So put out your prayers and ask them to help you with positive changes, okay, for yourself and the collective, okay? Stay on a positive path and use your natural skills, talents, abilities to their utmost for the benefit of yourself and others. Now remember now, this information is coming from Joanne Angel Scribe's Blogspot. So if you're wanting to back check and fact check what I'm reading and what I'm saying, go to that Blogspot on the internet, and you can come up with your own interpretations once you read it, and then factor in what is going on in the backdrop of your own life. Okay? So, use your natural skills, talents, abilities to their utmost for the benefit of yourself and others. Look to new and different ways to enhance your home or garden, just your surroundings, add freshness, upgrade, reinvigorate your environment. That could just be the environment of your mind. That could be the environment of your body, if you're wanting to, lifestyle changes. Okay. So the above is calling for us to decide on what it is that we need their assistance with. Okay? So, if you reinvigorate your environment, surround yourself with love, beauty, and happiness. Okay? Now, let's deal with the sum total high vibration. Okay, as it is above. The 120, when rooted, is the number 3, or the vibration 3. Okay? That is the number of ascended masters. It deals with the vibrations of communication, self-expression, adventures, inspiration, and creativity, humor, optimism, and joy, spontaneity, and enthusiasm. Principles of increase, growth, expansion, and abundance. And on the mental, emotional, financial, and spiritual levels, dealing with manifesting and manifestation. The Ascended Masters, whatever your culture is, whatever your belief system is, it's all up to you. Know that they are surrounding you, okay? They're listening. They are ready to help you to focus on the divine spark within yourself and others and assist with manifesting your desires. They are helping you to find peace, clarity, love within. They are also attempting to get our attention. They want us to follow our intuition and our inner wisdom so that we are able to take appropriate actions at this time. They are encouraging us to use our creative skills and abilities and to manifest our desires and enhance our life and that of others. The Ascended Masters are encouraging us to follow our life path. And there is a way to find out what your life path number is and your soul mission with optimism and enthusiasm. They are reminding us that our prayers and positive affirmations are being heard and they are being responded to by the universal energies. Remember, we live in a thinking universe. Whatever it is that we're putting out in our thoughts, the universe is creating environments within our immediate lifestyles that addresses what we're thinking. I know many of you have watched the movie The Secret, and what you think about comes about. That is true. Thoughts are things, because we're dealing with matter, okay, on a higher level, because we're still dealing with the above, okay. Now, have faith. This is what the Ascended Masters are saying, that our goals and desires will manifest in our life in divine right time. Meanwhile, trust. That's a big issue for a lot of us is trust. I know I'm working on it. Trust our personal skills and talents and the love and the support. They are continuing, the Ascended Masters, to work in the background. There are things that they're doing for us that we don't have a clue about. Remember, ours is to do the efforts. We do the work. The how is left up to them, and that's that trust thing. So they are encouraging us to be communicative and social with others, and to live our lives with joy, optimism, and spontaneity. Now, that is the message coming from the Ascended Masters. So just know that when you go into prayer and meditation, you're not alone. Because we're dealing with partnerships and divine unions, okay? Similar to in the beginning, they were there. They're always there. They're never leaving. The Elohim, or the Elohim, for many of you, just know, be encouraged. Be encouraged. If you want to fast, but most definitely we need to be asking them for assistance, okay? No matter what, we need to be communicating with whomever it is that we communicate in our individual or collective belief and or knowing systems, okay? So now, and remember, don't forget, we had 3 twos in that above vibration. So the energy of duality is tripled. The energy of balance, adaptability, diplomacy, cooperation, faith, trust in our life purpose and our soul mission and partnerships, love and family, it is tripled. Okay? Not only that, we have those 2 zeros. So now we talking about the amplification. as we now descend Jacob's ladder and we come down to earth, the below. So now we know it's the inverted mirror of the above, keeping all of this in mind during our national days of prayer for our planet and all humanities, in our individual lives and in our collective communities, etc., etc., etc. Let us all become that stone thrown into the middle of the ocean or dropped into a glass of water. It does not matter. The ripple is what we're dealing with. The ripple. Okay? And we need these positive vibrations during this time. So now we're descending. We're dealing with the below vibration. May 6th, 2021. When we add that up, we get the sum total of these sum things as a 16 rooted out, and now we're dealing with the vibration of 7. So once again, even below, as it is above, so it is below, we have some people, we refer to them as descendants. When they're coming from above, they're descending. When they're born here, reincarnated, whether you believe in it or not, they ascend. So we're dealing with descending and ascending. Okay? Our ancestors here on earth are our ascendants. Okay? And vice versa, we are theirs. So they're telling us from above to ask them for help, and they're listening and they're ready to respond. And now that we've come to the below vibration of a 16 being 7, the ascended masters are still asking us and telling us to ask for their guidance and their help in regards to the material aspects of this plane of existence. Okay? So 16, it relates to love of home and family. See, it's time to come together. It's time to, we're not talking about harmony, because harmony is still in individual parts. It's time to unify. It's time to do things in unison. Okay? Domesticity, service to others. We are not going to escape. Service to others is important right now if we're going to bring about a positive paradigm shift. Okay, so that those who are in control of our day-to-day actions and lives and livelihood is kind of like, putting them on notice. No one is above the macrocosmic laws of the heavens or of the universe. No one's above it. All must address it and answer to it. Okay? So we're dealing with that ma'at. Selflessness, responsibility, reliability, providing for the self and others, and nurturing. The 16 also deals with personal willpower, independence, initiative, action, and overcoming obstacles. It's a reminder that your thoughts create your reality. Therefore, ensure that you hold only positive expectations, feelings in your visualizations when you are praying, fasting, and meditating. hold these positive expectations as they deal with your life, lifestyle, and material issues. Trust. There's that word again. Trust. It's not just a word, it is an energy of its own. That all of your needs will be met. All of our needs. Notice in the word your is the O-U-R, our. And that Y in front of it is a transformation, or what they would call a rebel vowel. Fire. Change is inevitable. We have to trust that all of our needs will be met as we live out our life mission. Okay? We're also dealing with, once again, listening and trusting our intuition. So now when we go over to the number 7, which is the final or the sum total of the sum things on a microcosmic vibration or frequency, we first have to be able to step out of our comfort zones and develop our personal spirituality and encourage others to do the same. The digit 7, or the vibration 7, deals with a collective consciousness, faith, and spirituality, spiritual awakening and awareness, spiritual enlightenment and acceptance and development. And there's a little bit of mysticism in there. Always that intuition and our inner knowing, inner wisdom. Many use the word psychic. I still think psychic is the same as your intuition, or our intuition. We know things, we don't know how we know it, but still we know. However, we still know things. So I think that that's still more intuitive and working with our intuition. And because it said your psychic abilities. The esoteric, or the esoteric, not the EXO, but the ESO, the real. Okay? The EXO is the illusion. And this is what many of us learn religiously. We're blinded by the exotericism of religion, when we need to develop a greater personal spirituality with the esoteric aspect of spirituality, animism, so on and so forth. Once again, we're dealing with our inner selves, going into deep contemplation in our prayers and our meditations. Introspection. Eccentric. It looks at religion, thoughtfulness, understanding of others, and for those who are natural healers and healing, we are being told by the ascended masters, our guides, etc., that they are happy with our life choices and that we're on the right track. We are supported by them as long as we engage ourselves in positive things, and these positive things that we're praying for and meditating on will flow freely towards us and our lives. We must listen to the messages from our intuition and inner wisdom, and the Ascended Masters, they are currently letting us know which choices to make and which steps to take that will ensure us that ourselves and our loved ones will have all that is required to maintain and sustain our and their daily needs, so long as we maintain a positive attitude while they work with us to fulfill all of our needs. Okay? So remember, we're dealing with being able to communicating. We should focus on communicating, teaching, and helping to heal others or bring about a type of balancement and well-being with others, serving humanity in a manner that suits us best according to our natural skills, talents, and abilities, etc. We are also encouraged right now on this plane of existence, we're dealing with the micro, to take up a spiritually based practice and or profession or career or a heart-based service if we are so inclined. So on May 6th, you can pray at 11 a.m. or 11 p.m. That is your choice. You'll need to know what that vibration is about. I'm just encouraging each of us to at least engage in prayer and meditation for the day. Remembering that as it is above, it is below, and vice versa. Willingly, this information will help us all with direction and guidance with what we must do at this time for our planet and ourselves, so that these so-called better days or brighter days will surely appear. I thank you for listening to me. I thank you for supporting me. For all of you who have bought my book, Grief, Decoding Fear-Based Emotions. It's an Amazon bestseller. You can get it at Barnes & Nobles. You can get it at Walmart. You can get it at Books A Million. Your choice. If you have any questions after you read it or whatever, you can contact me. Email me at hostcares9, that's the number 9, @gmail.com, or you can drop your questions and or comments on my Facebook page for the book, or even in the YouTube comment section, because this video will be uploaded to the Debra Show. Debra Faye, aka Nehetep Tanasert. We are one and the same. Once again, I give a shout out to my publisher, Be Inspired Publishing, B. Smith. Love you for bringing about this wonderful opportunity in my life to be a best-selling author. I'm looking forward to the second book of Falling In and Out of Love and everything in between. Peaceful vibrations. Don't let anyone steal your joy.